Okay, so let's put this together in Illustrator. Let me create a new file, File New. And the height of the file is going to be 10 inches. Remember, our front cover is 8 by 10 inches, but our whole cover that wraps around the book is going to be bigger than just the 8 because we also will have a back cover and a spine. So we have to add another 8 inches for the back cover and an inch for the spine. So the total is going to be 17 inches width. Bleeds are needed because we have colors that go all the way to the edge. So you need to extend colors that go all the way to the edge, past the edge, 1/8 of an inch, to allow a margin of error for when that document is trimmed. They don't like cut anything funky. So let's add a bleed. Okay, and then let's go ahead and create that. Okay, now let's set up some guides so we know where the spine is. I'm going to show the rulers, View, Rulers, Show Rulers. You can see the rulers pop up now. Now I can pull down guides from rulers if I need to line things up. And I need some vertical rulers. I'll grab one here from the side to inch 8 for that part of the spine and inch 9 for that side of the spine. The front cover will go over here on the right and the back cover will be over here on the left. All right. So as we design this, we talked about design in the other video, but let me just show you how to get these elements together. So I'll go File, Place. Remember, we're pulling all of this and saving all of this to the same folder to keep it organized. So I'm going to place the portrait from my job folder. Okay. And I can drag it around, put it exactly where I need it. Now, since it's going to be all the way to the edge, I need to make sure that I drag it past the bleed marks. The document's going to get trimmed right here, but the bleed marks are these red lines. So I need to make sure that when an image or colors go off or go right to the edge of my document, I need to drag it out further to the bleed lines. Okay. So you can be really creative with how you put this image down. You don't just have to slap it down and fit it. You could actually scale it up so it's a lot bigger on there, a lot more close up. It's up to you. You can still change how that portrait sits in the front cover. All right. Every time I put something down or draw something, it goes into my Layers palette. If you don't see your Layers palette, go to Window and Layers. Okay. And I don't need to create a new layer for every single object. Every time I put down an object, it goes down in its own layer. Okay. So once I get this sketch placed where I want it, I'm going to hit this little box here and that will lock it into position. I can also hide things if I want to as well. Now if I need to move it again, I'll come over here and unlock it and then I can move it around. All right, for time's sake and for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to draw a rectangle over here for my back cover. Okay, I'll make that one a little bit lighter. And I will lock that down as well. I'm also going to lock down my guides. Okay, there we go. So that's getting everything in place. I'm going to go ahead and save that. File, Save As, Illustrator, Book, Layout, and just save it as an Illustrator file.